year's theme is Shaping a Future of Rights. Freedom of expression as a driver for all other human rights. I cannot agree more with this theme. This is so because when we domesticated SDGs, especially goal number 16, which talks about peace, justice, and strong institutions, one of the fundamental issues was to ensure the protection of fundamental freedoms in accordance with the national legislation and international agreements. Freedom of expression in Botswana is enshrined in the Constitution and guaranteed under Section 12, which reads thus, I quote, open quote, except with his or her consent, no person shall be hindered in the enjoyment of his or her freedom of expression. That is to say, freedom to hold opinions without interference, freedom to receive ideas and information without interference, freedom to communicate ideas and information without interference, such as whether communication be to the public generally or to any person or class of persons, and freedom from interference with his or her correspondence. Furthermore, our National Vision 2036 states that Botswana will continue to guarantee constitutional rights to being informed, to freedom on assembly and expression of opinion. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, one of Botswana's domesticated SDGs indicators is the number of varied cases of arbitrary detention and torture of journalists, associated media personnel, trade unionists, and human rights advocates. While in other parts of the world, especially those that experience multiple crises, media freedom, journalist safety, and freedom of expression, as well as other human rights, are increasingly under attack. I can confidently say, as the Honorable Minister Mthimkhulu said before me, that in Botswana, that has never been the case. However, let me hasten to say that while Botswana relatively enjoy freedom of expression, the advent of digital technology and social media platforms have become a challenge owing to the misuse and abuse of these otherwise noble inventions. May I urge you, the media, as Fourth Estate, that it is high time that we need to look into these issues and find out how they come into the public space and what impact can they have on our social cohesion as Botswana. May I implore the media to be always ethical in the execution of their duties. It is a given that the media operators operate under a set of rules that govern their conduct and the way they operate in the execution of their different roles. Media ethics focus on areas such as impartiality, objectivity, balance, bias, privacy, and the public interest. The overriding principle in all this is public interest. Thus, the general expectation in society is that the media are an integral part of a democratic dispensation, and journalists bear the responsibility and discharging their duties alive to the fact that their allegiance is to the society.